So that's one of the key aspects. Now let's move on to a few other use cases that the application also supports. Observability comes into mind. Observability here is something we can deploy on reports directly. And what it makes sure is that if you have patterns that you want to recognize as output of your BI reports in a production scenario, you can actually feed in the previous versions of the report and the application gets trained on that to make sure that if there are anomalies like that, we can apply machine learning code on top of them to capture these anomalies. These could be across different categories as well. That's the key reason I've showcased the graph. The graph, if I can go back to it real quick, had multicolored lines indicating different patterns for different categories. And if I want to make sure I can catch anomalies for all of them, I have profiling and observability for the same. And then just in the interest of time, we won't delve too deep into it. Everything is zero code after all. But the key aspect is different algorithms can run for different categories on your BI tool itself to make sure that these things are valid inherently. Another type of use case that comes in quite often is across BI migration. The test case that you see here is ensuring that if there's a migration from, say, Tableau to Power BI, we can fetch all the data sets from these and done comparisons to make sure all the data between them is valid. So that's what you see right here, this example. And given that these are BI reports, we also want to run a pixel-to-pixel comparison or a visual compare here. However, there's a key issue, as you can imagine, since BI tools render reports quite differently, a pixel-to-pixel comparison isn't exactly that correct. Instead, what we rely on is the AI summary. And as you can see, the AI summary gives us a very good understanding of exactly what has gone wrong between the two reports. Of course, you can customize this as we have seen earlier. The application is also going to capture filters and differences between the filters in Power BI and the filters and parameters in Tableau. So it does has the understanding of mapping between them. And of course, performance is also something we keep track of. Once again, you can parameterize the filters, and we have another set of test cases where you can apply the same filter parameter to both Power BI and Tableau and reuse the same test case multiple times to ensure that all the filters and slicers and their correspondence in filters and parameters within Tableau are working as intended. So it's a very deep use case of our system, and it has been used by a good amount of our clients.
For further questions, feel free to reach contact@datagaps.com. Request a free demo, scan the QR code below. Thank you.